Let's see. One person's waiting on YouTube. Probably Andy, man.
It's probably
Or
Andy,
me.
man. She's like, what the fuck are these guys waiting for?
All right. We are
He's sitting there with like 2 beers in his hand, just like, come on, guys.
just shaking. Yeah. Come on, guys. All right. I'm going to bring up some Pete Weber clips.
Oh,
God
nice.
damn it. God damn it. I did it.
Oh man, Pete. There's gonna be some Pete Weber talk tonight. There's gonna be some brewery bashing on tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good one. Man, I gotta find I have to find the Pete Weber quote on his retirement. So icy.
Oh, he has like on his retirement speech. Is there a quote?
Oh yeah. He was super
excited.
Super icy. Dude, he went out just the absolute the guy you don't think he would just be an absolute like the best shit talker. And like you just looking at him, but man, that guy he'll put you in the dirt. He's got what do they call a leather tongue or something like that? Is that what a silver tongue? I don't know.
A leather tongue?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the
silver tongue?
Silver tongue? A leather tongue would make more sense.
What are you trying? How are you trying to use it, Tom?
Like he can put you down. Like he's got a way with words. He can put you down.
You mean like put me down in the bedroom?
No. Well, he probably do that too, but
well, no, it's silver tongue, eloquent or persuasive in speaking.
No, that's not it. I'll give you like a tongue lashing.
The characteristic of being skillful at persuading people to believe what they say or to do what they want, or to have them do what you want them to do.
No,
leather tongue?
No, it's not leather tongue. I don't know.
Leather.
I don't know. I ain't good with words, Dan.
Leather tongued means nothing particular in English.
No, it doesn't. It just it came from my head. I probably dreamt it or something. It was in like an Action Bronson song, probably. I don't know.
Urban Dictionary has this is a bad one. Leather tongue is a woman who has a lesbian who has a weathered smooth tongue from going down on girls numerous amounts of times. That's Urban Dictionary's leather tongue.
It's Flight Boys, Flight Crew.
Oh man, wait till we get to bashing this brewery here, because I went on their website and I went to their beer page. Guess what's at the top of it, Tom?
Oh, nice big flight.
A big fat stupid flight.
Yeah, big pro flight brewery here.
Oh, wait till you see this place. Honestly, I feel like this place was created by AI. This is an AI brewery, I swear.
Good old Pete Weber. You know
Pete Weber.
Who do you think you are? I am. Yeah, we got some good stuff tonight.
We got some great ones lined up here.
Yeah, we got a new thing we're going to try out at the end of the episode, the post show. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one.
Hell yeah.
Dan, have you know what I've been obsessed with lately?
Tom, what have you been obsessed with lately?
Is it called inadvertent Action Bronson lyrics? There's like a Twitter handle or something like that. Accidental Bronson. That's what it is. It's
nice.
they take hold on, let me bring this up here. Exclude from dark mode. There you go. Here, I'm gonna present it. They're just tweets from people, and they're like, it sounds like Action Bronson lyrics.
Okay, I was gonna say, were they actually finding like Action Bronson lyrics in people's tweets? That would have been hilarious.
I mean, that's like
Dude, that sounds like broken
Smoke-
grog, and this is a botch with your girl spending your mesothelioma settlement money. Are we sure these are not Action Bronson lyrics?
I mean, there's no way to tell. You can't
They're
go
saying-
back through his
You're
catalog.
saying I'm the first white male Latino.
Yeah.
I feel like I describe my food like Action Bronson lyrics. Like
I
anytime
mean,
I cook,
yeah.
I'm like, damn. I was like, this pasta's got legs on it.
Got two Viet bitches on me. It's a win-win situation.
Jesus.
In my yard, roasting an entire goat on an old Bowflex.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Man, it's they're great. They pop up on I think they have an Instagram too.
Okay, perfect.
And they
We'll
they
get
pop
to
up
that.
in my feed. Pop up in my feed every once in a while.
Oh, I'm stoked on that.
Yeah.
I have something else we can watch too. We got some. We'll be image heavy, but we'll make sure we include it in the audio when we.
Yeah. We got some maybe it'll be in our AI reels, you know?
Yeah, we'll pull some AI shit going.
We are a fully AI podcast now.
Yeah, we are. The robots are coming after us, man.
No, we fully embrace them, our robot overlords. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. I'm not going to be the one. I mean, I'm going to be like one of the good enslaved humans.
Yeah, you're gonna be a yes man.
Yeah, every once in a while, I get a nice wild cherry Pepsi for my troubles.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kronos.
Yeah. What was it? Chrono? No, it was
Kronos or something,
Kang,
wasn't it?
Kang and
It was Kronos, I thought.
Is it? It's Kang. Kang is one of them.
Yeah.
Simpsons aliens. Kang and Kodos.
Kodos.
Yeah. Kang and Kodos.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's a classic there.
Yeah, classic. That back when the Simpsons were good. Those Treehouse of Horror episodes were always spectacular.
Yeah, they're untouchable. Untouchable.
Yeah, they always had aliens invading. There's a bunch of good ones. The monkey paw.
The Chucky doll one with the Krusty doll.
Yes.
The Krusty doll.
Yes.
The Krusty doll is cursed. That's bad. But it comes with a free Frogurt. That's
That's
good.
good.
But the Frogurt is also cursed. That's bad. Comes with your choice of toppings. That's good.
That's good.
And he just comes out eating it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the monkey paw one, isn't it?
Is that the same one? The monkey paw?
I think that's the monkey paw one.
No, that was the one with the evil Krusty doll.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
The Krusty doll. Yeah. Yeah. What was I forget what the wishes were on the monkey paw episode.
I forget too.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember the one where Al Gore and Bill Clinton were taking over aliens. The Killer Krusty the Clown. Oh, the one where he opens up a dimension to it's like a 3-dimensional world. You ever see that one? And like Homer steps into it and he's like 3D.
There's the one where they did Poltergeist too.
Oh yeah, and the Shining.
Yes, the Shining. Yeah, the Poltergeist.
Don't you mean the Shining? What, do you want to get sued?
Yeah. They had a good run, a couple years, a good stretch of really good. Man, I think I get to go back. They're all on
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus now, yeah, because
yeah.
Yeah, I got to go and watch. Now I got to go and watch that era of Treehouse of Horrors.
Yeah, and we got to go and start this podcast.
Yes, we do. Let's go. Let's go OG.
All right.
I didn't even ask you, Dan, what beer you want to start with.
What beer I want to start with?
Yeah, what beer do you want to start with, Daniel?
I think I think it's pretty obvious what we want to start with.
Dan, you're frozen on my end.
Yeah, I'm frozen here too.
Hmm.
I'm noticing that.
Oh, there you go. You're back, kind of. Dan, did you catch the Burger King Wi-Fi?
I think I did, man.
Did you get a touch of Burger King?
I think my whole can you hear me still?
What?
Can you hear
You're
me still
going.
at all?
You're
Can you hear me now?
Can you
Oh,
hear me? What's going on? You good? Can you hear me, Daniel? Oh,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yes, I can. You're doing not doing a full salute, but we lost Dan. We fully lost Dan. I'm not going to start the audio yet. Luckily, we didn't start the audio. I'm gonna. Can you hear me now? This is my wheelhouse now. It's just Tom. Just Tom. This is what you guys like. Get to hear me blather on about a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Hopefully Dan comes back. We got some good beers to go through. We got we have some good talk. We got brewery talk. We got and we're doing not guys, not a PA brewery. But we got a Delaware brewery to talk about, some scandal going on down there. And we have a legend retiring. If you're looking at the title of this video, you can kind of surmise who we're going to be talking about. But that being said, I'm going to wait. Hopefully Dan gets back. His caught a touch of the Burger King Wi-Fi. There he is. There he is.
Man, I got a touch of the Tom Wi-Fi over here.
You got a touch of the king.
Yeah, man, the Burger King Wi-Fi got me. It was my whole computer. All of a sudden, my mouse wasn't moving, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, the mouse icon got bigger and smaller over and over again. I was like, "Uh-oh, this is."
Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was asking what beer you wanted to start out with.
Oh, I have to get into it, man. We have to get into the Little Nader.
Okay. All right, I'll grab it real quick.
All right. Okay. At least the audio will be good.
Yeah, the audio didn't audio did not start, and I didn't want to start it that way, Dan. I didn't want to go into it with Dan with the touch of the king. He got whoppered.
Yeah. Ooh.
They said, Dan, you cannot have it your way. How many Burger King references can we make? I don't know.
All of a sudden, my screen went blank, and it was like chicken, 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 chicken.
All right, let's go live. Yo, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Dan, especially.
I'm back.
You made it back. The audio listeners have no idea what we're talking about.
Just in time for the audio portion, my computer decided to turn back on.
There you go. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the greatest podcast to exist in the history of podcasts, internationally acclaimed, Cindy Crawford approved, newly crowned top 10% podcast. Some people are saying 10% better than a lot of other podcasts.
I could put the top 10% in my Instagram profile now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to put that factoid. I see a lot of other people use it, and I'm so glad that I can use it in my Instagram profile.
I feel like maybe it's just one gender you see with that in their profile, Dan.
I'm just gonna put top. I'm gonna put top 10%.
Top 10%. I like that. Let's do that. Top 10%. Podcast of hops, high fives,
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got me. And friendship. I am your host, the crispiest of boys, the crowd killer of Crispies. It's Tom. Didn't do it. Didn't do it.
I saw you move, and I thought you had the audio. I was
Nope.
so
Didn't do it yet.
excited.
Forgot to do it.
Oh,
Crowd
man.
killer. But it's Tom.
It's Tom. And I'm your other host, the Hot Master General, the Royersford Rattlesnake. Oh, hell yeah. It's
Oh,
Dan.
hell yeah. All right, everybody. I'm going to be cooking through this, Dan, because I feel like we've been getting into time trouble. So I want to cook
Absolutely.
through this and get
Do
to our first beer. All right, everybody. You know what it is. It's the year 2020 Hard 4. We are keeping up our hardcore ways with this one. If you watched our reel, you might know what this is. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it's 2020 Hard 4, and we are starting right now.
This is a song you do the Running Man to. Gotta love beat down hardcore.
An overwhelming urge to punch the ground.
I have an overwhelming urge to throw my chair. Just throw my chair across the room.
Across the room. Do a full Bobby Knight.
Full Bobby Knight.
Yeah.
Or a full owner of Edward Teach Brewing. Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody, we're back. Let's get into some housekeeping. Follow Rate Review, gives a follow on all major podcast platforms. We are the top 10% of podcasts. And gives a review or shoot us a rating. Dan, rating?
5-star party, baby.
5-star party, everybody. Gives that 5-star rating. Gives a review. The reviews are the best way to help us non-monetarily. If you like the podcast, take a couple of seconds out of your day, shoot us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you have podcasts available to you. And then if you want to support us monetarily, there's two ways to do it. One's a link in our bio. There's a listener support section. The other way to do it, Dan, best way to do it?
Sub with Prime.
Sub with Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, link it to your Twitch. Twitch.tv/bestfriendspod. Best way to watch the podcast. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can sub to the podcast for the cost of $3.99, and we get a little kickback from that. And keeps surprisingly. This isn't our full-time job, guys. We work on the side, so every little bit helps. And as always,
start busking.
And as always, we are part of the Hopped Up Network. Hopped Up Network is an ever-growing group of independent craft beer podcasts, much like our own. If you like our podcast, you might like some of the others on the network. Check them out, www.hoppedupnetwork.com. Instagram @HoppedUpNetwork.
They just like the picture of my daughter. Not weird at all. Hopped Up Network.
Yeah, they're.
I love them.
Yeah. Boundaries, though, guys. Boundaries.
All
right, let's get into this first beer, Dan. I cooked through that. We would 5 minutes, guys. Would cut it down to 5 minutes of unnecessary nonsense in the beginning, and now we're getting into beers. So let's crack into this thing. Daniel, what do we got? Do you have this pulled up on?
Crap? I got this pulled up right here. I'm super excited about this ever since I saw that it was coming out. And then I had a friend coming in from Harrisburg who was going to be stopping through. Told him what I wanted from Trogs, and he delivered, man. So thank you, Andrew, out in Harrisburg. But we are going to be doing Little Nader.
Ooh, Little Nader.
So dive into the marvel that is Little Nader. Simple but complex, contemporary and classic. This rascally cousin of our revered Troganator. We built this beer using the best malts and techniques for a crisp finish with a touch of hops, layered with notes of crusty bread, stone fruit, and delicate floral hops. It's a lager lover's way to usher in the changing seasons. You know what? It's a little warm. It got a little warm today, Tom. I feel like spring's right around the corner.
Yeah. We're we're looking at some warm weather for the next week or so.
Yeah, Northeast is getting warm up here, guys.
Punxsutawney Phil wasn't full of shit for once.
Yo, I gotta go slam this bottle against my desk to open it because I always forget a
Okay.
bottle opener.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, I mean it's not a ceremonial crack, but I'll see if I can get something here. You can hear Dan in the background whacking at it, giving it a good whack. I'm gonna give it a little crack here into the microphone. There you go. How's that for ASMR?
I just broke my desk. I'll be right back.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude, it just like took a chunk out of it. Actually, need to
Nice.
find a can
Spec-
opener or bottle opener.
Spectacular. Then finding different ways to bring down this podcast. All right, I'm going to give it a pour while we wait for Dan, because I always have a bottle opener on hand. I was going to bring this up to Dan. I don't know if it's just the cyclical nature of craft beer or what, but something about just holding a nice cold bottle of beer there's something about it.
It makes me want to pour it into a glass.
Something nice. I
want to see the color, man.
Yeah,
box.
part of it
I
wants me
need
to
to see
drink it.
what it looks like.
It's nice. It pours really great.
Oof. Look at, oh man, that is beautiful.
Great on the
Amber
nose.
color.
Great head.
Oh. She's a good one.
Yeah.
I just smashed it against my workbench. I didn't feel like going to get a bottle opener. Every time we have a bottle, I always forget.
You don't have a lighter on you, Dan?
I don't carry a lighter anymore.
Look at that. Look at that jiggle.
Ooh.
Yeah, some solid ITUs here. Let's give it a check.
Ooh, thick. For everybody who is wants to know what that is the thickness unit, an ITU. So we're testing the thickness on this bad boy.
Yeah. Let's bring this up here. Yeah. Well,
ooh, look at that.
Oh.
The ITUs are strong with that one.
Yeah, they're coming through pretty nice. All right, let's Daniel Slancha.
Cheers, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get the springtime in the springtime lager.
It's definitely a brighter Troegenator.
Yeah, for sure. Troegs beer does always taste better in a bottle. There's something about Troegs. It's got to be in a bottle.
I think it tastes. I think any vessel, Troegenator especially in a bottle. I don't think I've ever had a Troegenator can. Actually, no, I had the little 12-ounce in a variety pack, but the last time I had it was in a bottle.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Matt holding 5 ice cold PBR bottles before the podcast. Man, I can't tell you the last time I saw a PBR bottle.
Ooh, I see them. I see them at the beer distributor at the beer store, but I never see anybody actually drinking the bottle.
I think I would go if I saw it. I would go for it.
I feel like it's most widely seen at like a VFW.
Yeah,
or like an American Legion. That's like that's the beer you see right next to High Life.
Yeah. Troegenator. Good. You know what the rare one is? Have you ever seen the Natty Light bottles?
You know what? I have, but man, it has been quite some time.
They're rare. It's a rare find. That's a rare pool. You have to get that. Like Andy will know what I'm talking about here. You got to get it. Yeah, when you find that, that's when you have to break out the gloves and you have to sleeve that right away and send it off to get graded. It's a rare pool. It's a rare pool when you find a Natty Light bottle.
Oh, man, it has to be since college. I think that's the last time I saw a Natty Light bottle.
I think the last time I saw it was maybe at a VFW. I think it was I think I might have seen it at the Lansdale VFW.
Hey, it could have been there. I remember High Life being a big one there, and remember the Natty Light, but I'm sure it was there.
We can find. I'm sure you can find them somewhere.
You know what
They have to be around.
you know what the real whale is, Tom?
What's that?
The real sought after, bottle is the Natty Light apple
Oh,
in
ooh,
bottle.
ooh. Daniel.
That's the whale right there.
No, Daniel, you are incorrect, sir. I found the whale, and now this is gonna brace yourself, Matt, because specifically Matt, because this is gonna do something to his downstairs mix up. Daniel, the whale, Natty Light pill bottle,
Ooh, yeah.
Natty Light pill bottle.
Yeah, that's the whale right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
I'm sure there's a place. I'm sure we can find this.
yeah. I mean, this is my life's work now. We need to have a Natty Light pill bottle episode.
Ooh.
The
Natty pills.
$1 Natty Light at the hangar.
We used to get 75-cent natties back in the day at Jake's Bar. And they
Well,
were like 19-ounce mugs. Like they were,
mhm.
before Human Robot made them fashionable. It was the same mugs you would get at Human Robot, but just filled with Natty Light.
Yeah, back in the day when colleges would do like college bars would do quarter beer night.
Oh yeah. Man, those bartenders cleaned house, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was.
I should have gotten to that profession earlier.
That would be like. Do kids know anymore what like dollar what like quarter beer night is? Like,
I don't think so,
do
man.
they
I
have it
don't.
anymore?
I wonder if inflation has gotten rid of that. I wonder if like bars bottom line just can't support the dollar beer night anymore,
I don't know.
or sorry, not dollar, but quarter beer nights.
Yeah.
Because I think the lowest I ever by the time I was 21, because it used to be 25 cent because I had friends I lived with who were over 21. They would go out and it was 25-cent beers.
Mm.
By the time I got to Jake's Bar, man, it was like 75 already. That inflation was hitting hard. That was like that 2006, 2007. Everything like gas was like $5 a gallon.
Oh, the worst.
I was
Worst
delivering
time.
pizza with an SUV. I was like, any tip helps.
Throwing that big plastic. Was it Papa John's?
It was Papa John's. Yeah, you had the heat
Oh,
bag, and everything in the back.
I have a good topic, and you just reminded me a good topic to bring up maybe at the end of the episode
Okay.
involving Papa John's.
Ooh, P. John's.
Yeah. So Dan, what are your thoughts on this springtime lager here?
It's an easy drink Troegener. So, we enjoy Troegenator for its aggressive, it's an aggressive Doppelbock. Like
Right.
it comes at you hard. Taking that similar style and making like a lower ABV, lighter like Bock. I mean, this is
Mhm.
crushing. This is a springtime treat right here. This is that it's still malty enough for like the cool like spring mornings, but this
Mhm.
would be something I would have in that, mild spring afternoon on the back porch.
Yeah, this is a solid post mow lawn beer.
Post Malone, yeah.
This is a very good, like the smell of freshly cut grass is still in the air.
Yeah.
Kicking back on the porch.
I would say
Post
I would
Malone.
almost put this with done shoveling too.
Okay.
Like after it's just malty enough to be a treat after shoveling too.
Yeah.
This is that one that's like held in between seasons right now. Like it's still a good cold weather beer, but like it's inching towards a springtime beer too.
You're looking at like a Swiss Army dad beer.
Yeah. Ooh, the utility beer.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, the Placido Blanco.
Yeah.
The Placido Blanco beer.
It's
All
the
right.
it's the Leatherman beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out of a little like belt holster,
Yeah.
and it could fix your computer. It could
Mhm.
make sure make sure to tighten the outlet if it's starting to get loose.
Well, you have to have the Leatherman on one side so you can have equal weight dispersion from your cell
Your s
phone clipped
your
on
cell
the other
phone, yeah,
side.
it's the, yeah, it's the balance, the perfect dad balance.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Is yeah, you got the smartphone Leatherman, but
Mhm.
I feel like there's one thing missing there. I f there's one other thing. I think it's oh, yeah, the oversized wallet also has to kind of be in there somewhere too, like the George Costanza wallet.
Yes, yes. The leather tongue beer got
Oh,
it.
Tom and his leather tongue over there.
Oh, our
You're
dear
like, "What's
listeners.
what's that what's that saying, leather tongue?
Leather tongue.
Silver tongue?" I think it's you're like, "I definitely think it's leather."
I did not hold my stance on leather. I gave that up pretty quickly.
I know, but you definitely said it right. You were like and then you
Yeah.
you got rid of it. You're like, "Never mind." You're like,
Yeah,
"I
I did
think
a
it
quick
is."
pivot. Quick pivot.
It was a quick pivot.
Yeah.
It
Um,
was it was a shortstop pivot to first, man. He
yeah.
threw that ball.
It wasn't a travel, it was a pivot. All right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
audio listeners, you gotta get in on the pregame because some fun conversations do happen.
Yeah. Can't all be available to go live, but go back to the YouTube and go on the YouTubes
Hear
and
more about
search
Tom's
us out.
leather tongue.
Yeah. You can watch my leather tongue in action.
Top 10%.
Top 10%. Um, yeah,
That's
so
how
do we
that's
ex
how you
do
see
should
it.
I mean, should we even explain that? Um,
No, no.
yeah, we're just a
Well,
top
I
10.
mean, yeah, actually, yeah, I mean, top 10% is, so actually, I wanted to get into this because, I got the text and I was like, "Hell yeah, that's awesome." But, what is this being measured through? Is this Apple?
No, so it's I was just looking up I I was listening to some podcast and they were talking about um it was a Legion of Skanks. I was listening to Legion of Skanks and they were talking about metrics. Like
Oh, like their
podcast
CPMs and
metrics.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
CPMs and like how many downloads. And I was like, we have some of that through like our Spotify
Yeah, Spotify
account,
gives us a little bit, yeah.
but I don't know how accurate that is. Like how accurate is the data that they're getting?
Yeah,
Um,
and, like, is Spotify gonna are they being platform favorable for,
right.
like, Spotify versus, like,
Yes.
the other platforms?
Exactly. So, I was like, all right, well, I kind of want to look it up and see if is there like a third party, an independent third party that doesn't have any bias. And I looked at a
Is
couple
that like
websites.
TV, like the Nielsen ratings or something they used to call them?
Yes, the Nielsen, yes. So it didn't show me like I had to like pay to see how many downloads per episode we got, and like I was like, yeah, but it said that we are a top 10% podcast based on listens and downloads.
Okay,
So there are like 3.5 million podcasts out there.
okay.
And based on that, we are in the top 10% of podcasts, which when you say top 10%, it sounds great until you say that the amount out there is 3.5 million, which is
Hold on, I got it.
we could be the 350,000th
Yeah,
podcast rated podcast.
yeah, in a group of 350,000 podcasts, we're
Yeah.
looped in there.
Yep. But that doesn't sound as good as we're in the top 10%. We're a top 10% podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just keep using that. Top
Yeah.
10%.
Top 10%. Um, as we lose 2 viewers. Um, I think it's just um I attribute that to our longevity, that our just iron will to just keep trudging along.
Our will to
Yeah.
not have plans on Tuesday nights and just
Right.
be here.
Right. Has the podcast gotten better? Absolutely not. Uh
Yeah, we came out swinging.
yeah.
But no, I'd say we've gotten more fun.
Have we?
You know what? We were pretty fun before craft beer.
Um I think it also goes like our podcast peaked when craft beer peaked.
It
And
did. we're following the trends, Tom. We're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a craft beer popularity right now. We're holding on for dear life.
yeah. And the problem is, you see it on, especially on Instagram, you see a lot less of the good old craft beer community that was once a thriving community.
Tom, you gotta call a spade here. The the craft beer, you mean the craft beer influencers?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
they have
they
pivoted,
are,
they
they
have,
are a smaller population now.
yeah, they have certainly pivoted to different markets to shill their um specific pages, let's say.
Hey,
Their
man.
their pay-per-view pages.
I dude, I gotta say, feet are, probably bigger money makers than a springtime Bach.
Um, yeah,
People are listening to us talk about a springtime Bach, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder if there's, I wonder if there's something else I could be watching right now."
I mean, yeah, they probably could. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Eh, how did we get here, Tom? How did we get here?
How did we get here, Dan? Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just you can tell that the craft beer community that was once thriving is, people have gotten, they're getting new hobbies. Or
Yeah, I feel like
they're like, go ahead.
oh, no. Actually, that was
They're
exactly what I was gonna say.
they're like us and went, "Man, this is, another chin?
Yeah, exactly.
Eh,
Ooh,
should
but
we,
are these jowls?
might be time to pivot a little bit."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that it goes to a lot of, like, what, like, we had a a good year and a half, we had a good year and a half where it was like, uh, we had breweries on every week. It was like we had no problem bringing breweries on, and now it's like,
Brewery owners and brewers themselves, they're busy right now.
mhm,
They're trying to keep their ships afloat.
yeah,
So I understand it. It's up to us to pivot again. Tom, you've been using the word pivot this entire podcast, but now you have me using it.
the
But
pivot,
the pivot, yeah,
yeah, the pivot,
fun, have more fun topics to talk about, and
yeah,
current events and stuff. Like, I mean, Tom, you brought up this is wild. As I've been
yeah,
kind of reading through this article that
mhm,
you brought to our attention, like it just seems so familiar coming from Pennsylvania, where or just in the Northeast in general.
mhm,
Coming out especially out of 2020
yeah,
with the Rat Magnet, kind of calling out
mhm,
of all these breweries across like the Northeast and everything, and
yeah,
then it kind of went away for a bit. And
mhm,
then boom, Edward Teach Brewing just comes out literally swinging a chair like a professional wrestler.
yeah. So, down in Delaware, right? Was
No,
yeah,
this is
New Andover.
Wilmington, North Carolina. This is
Oh,
North
it's
Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, it's Edward Teach, man. It's Blackbeard.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know, somewhere I got, maybe it was just, mislabeled on the, thing, that I could have swore I read Delaware somewhere. But
Well, it's Wilmington, North
regardless,
Carolina. So you probably thought
oh,
Wilmington,
that's why,
Delaware.
yeah, maybe that's why I saw it. Wilmington Brewery, and I was like, "Well, Delaware, obviously." Um,
You're like, fuck
so
Delaware.
Edward Teach, hey, it's home of tax-free shopping, Daniel. Put some
It is.
respect
It
on the
is.
name. Um, go to a screen door factory. Uh, Edward, it's another Simpsons reference, by the way, Dan.
I know. I know.
Uh, very Simpsons episode tonight.
Simpsons
Yeah,
heavy.
so Edward Teach and its owner, Gary Scholler, have been under investigation by the Alcohol Law Enforcement Agency since, which I didn't know existed, which the Alcohol Law Enforcement Agency, which the acronym ALE. See what they
Yeah,
did there, Dan? You see what they
pretty.
did there?
I'm
For
not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for a government agency,
For a government agency,
good on
you
you.
guys, yeah, good
Yeah,
on you.
yeah. So a warrant for multiple charges has been served by the agency, and detailed of the investigation show the brewery was operating under an expired brewing permit. The latest round of news further complicates a situation now involving two lawsuits and two citizens initiated warrants set in motion by a Facebook post, which also spurred the ale's involvement.
Yeah, this is great. So running on the expired license, the everyday person or craft beer guy is probably just like, you know what, sticking it to the man. They're
Yeah.
prohibition era. They're just making their beer, just living their lives. Who cares? Who cares about expired brewing license? But then it gets real dark.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, this owner is not only is he
Mhm.
not paying for his brewer's license, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. So Paige Paige Grant daughter went viral. Local musician Madonna Nash's Facebook page claimed Scholler engaged in threatening inappropriate behavior against her daughter, Asia Day Norris, a local musician, and her daughter's friend Paige Grant.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
like bottom line, I guess this famous musician just happened to have like a daughter working at the brewery who was accosted.
yeah. So Nash described Scholler as visibly drunk off his ass, erratic, aggressive, and terrorizing. Uh, Wonder where those four descriptions have come from before.
I,
Seems
I
familiar.
yeah, I feel like I've heard this on the main line once or twice.
Once or twice.
Once or
Um,
twice.
yeah.
Which brewery is this? Chris White. We're talking about Edward Teach down in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh no,
Um,
I've lost. Damn it, I've lost the chat again. What this happens every week now. I lose the chat.
yeah, he was just asking what brewery it was, and yeah, it's Edward Teach. Down in Wilmington, North Carolina. Apparently, this and it's Scholler, right? Is
Yeah,
the culprit here? So
yeah.
this Scholler guy basically just being inappropriate with bartenders. We've heard a lot from Rat Magnet over 2020 of like
Yeah.
brewery employees, having inappropriate like experiences with brewery owners. It was a kind of a real mainline thing down here in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah. So she said touched inappropriately, disrespected, and terrorized a 20-year-old woman who was hired by and working for his establishment, making for a toxic and hostile work environment.
ugh.
He was throwing chairs, hitting his own patrons, and was drinking behind the bar. Totally illegal.
Dude, this is wild. The throwing the chairs thing gets
Mhm.
me because I'm like, one, there aren't any chairs behind the bar. So like, is he going out and just starts chucking chairs and like on the other side of the bar? That's wild, dude, to see. And
This guy's really going full Bobby Knight.
dude,
Full Bobby Knight.
it is full Bobby Knight. And I mean, if you look at the place, and I'll just pop over real quick, this doesn't look like a brewery that has chairs being thrown in it.
No, not at all.
Granted, it looks like AI built this brewery, but
Mhm.
this is not a brewery that you would have that happen to.
No. Um, yeah, so here's the arrest warrant, including 3 charges for Scholler of disorderly conduct on licensed premises. Premise, that's the word.
Yeah.
Assault on a female and communicating threats.
Ugh.
Failure to supervise conduct on licensed premise. He also found Scholler in violation of North Carolina, yada yada yada,
I find
including
Scholler in violation of
being a turd.
in violation of making just a stereotypical brewery. Like this is
Yeah.
the website is awful. Like you're in violation of just being a cookie cutter brewery too.
Intoxication by permittee prohibited, disorderly conduct prohibited, and intoxicated persons. On Tuesday, Edward Teach's brewery's attorney told PCD, which is Port City Daily, Scholler voluntarily appeared to accept the ALE warrant last week.
Just call it the ale warrant.
Ale, yeah. On January 17th, that the brewery needed to stop producing beer due to an expired license. canceled on February 23rd, 2023. Varnum said the expired permit had nothing to do with the November 16th allegations. Tap room remains open, and the brewery can still sell and distribute its products because ETB's retail and wholesale permits were not affected by the ale action.
Yeah, so they can't do the front of house, serving, but they could still, I guess, he could still go in the back and harass his brewing staff.
Yeah,
So
well,
the front of house is saved, and now the back of house has to put up with his asshole.
yeah, and they have not manufactured new beer since the expired permit came to light.
Oh, okay.
So they're
Well,
not. So what are they serving then?
I'll tell you what they're serving, Tom.
Oh,
Look at this. All right, audio listeners. Yeah, we talked about flights about 2 episodes back, and going to the beer page on their website honestly looks like it was created with AI. This is so cookie cutter, like this is so cookie cutter for like brewery like design and everything. Look, it's just like a poorly unfinished like flight, like plank,
yeah.
and just your stereotypical 5-ounce glasses here. These are the beers that they're serving here. Teach's Peaches. Ugh, that's just uncomfortable to say. Teach's Peaches, peach wheat. Black. Dude, it is Salt and Oak level, like corny. This brewery.
Put some respect on Salt and Oak's name.
Yeah,
they would run circles around this brewery.
They got the Black Spot Black Lager, Pistol Proof German Lager, and Devil's Sun IPA. I mean, this is just your stereotypical flagship. I mean, this is right out of 2009, 2010.
Yeah, this is man. Ugh. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
What is that?
I'm curious to see what their gallery of photos is. I'll wait for their WordPress site to load here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's just
so bad.
That is unfortunate for them.
Dude, this place is immaculate on the inside.
Really? Bring it up.
Hold on.
Bring it up, brother.
Yeah, I gotta bring it up.
Wow. I mean, that's a sick looking brewery.
Yeah, I mean, this place is. Can you imagine chairs being thrown here? I can't.
Wow.
Are you sure this is really Edward Teach, or this place is this like
it's AI? It's AI generated.
Yeah, I feel like this is AI generated, especially right here. This is AI right here, right?
They have a rooftop?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
This place is absurd. Anyway, Edward Teach, be better. Y'all suck.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
some good throwing chairs.
Yeah. This place just looks it's too clean for what they're saying. Like, honestly, it comes as no surprise why people are so thrown like back by his behavior. Like, this isn't a place you throw chairs. I mean,
no. Dan, throw a chair at that cat.
I know. Just throw a bottle back at it. Who else?
Dan, I trucked through this little nader. How are you doing on it?
I'm already done it right now.
Ooh, we got a little freezy Dan.
Oh no, it froze again.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Give me a.
I think it's I think it's my computer, man. Oh no.
I forget how do I forget how to do a screenshot. How to do a screenshot. This is perfect. Someone take a screenshot. Damn.
Oh no.
I don't think it's your internet, Dan. I think it has something to do with your computer because I can.
It is my computer. Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So the audio is still good, right?
Yeah. You're just you're a pulsing circle right now. I'm wait. I think I need you in here to be able to get your audio. Yeah. You're just a pulsing circle now. It's fantastic.
I know.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you. Everything's good for that, but man, yeah, I'm a pulsing circle with a rainbow cursor. It just keeps spinning.
Oh no. Dan, is your MacBook on its last leg?
I hope not.
How old is that thing?
Not old. I think like
Before the
20.
pandemic, right?
Yeah, it was like 2019. I think 20. Yeah, 2019,
5 years?
2020.
Yeah. Well, you might have to might have to clear that thing off and start anew.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something's messing with like that CPU, dude.
yeah. It's
Steve didn't do his jobs. You're right, Dylan.
oh, I can't even see that right now. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
All right, perfect.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Um,
another beer as well.
what was it?
While I'm still talking.
I'll bring up Dan, don't you worry, buddy. I'm gonna bring up our next beer. Let me get this in here. Beer me. There it is. It's very bright. Let me see if I can
beer me.
maybe can I dark mode this? Let me see if I can dark mode it. Brother.
Dark
Brother.
dark mode.
Brother. Ugh. It's the best thing. It's truly. Okay. No, can't do it.
Tom,
Uh-oh. 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 I think we've lost Dan. We've lost audio connection. Ugh. Me looking at Dan's computer is, brother. Ugh. What is that? What is that, brother? Um, it's the Chris White jinx. Dan, I think Dan's gone. Dan's departed us, lost him to the Blair Witch. He's getting hit by Edward Teach. Edward Teach got him. They hacked into his mainframe. Yep, he's gone. Probably restarting his computer. Yeah, so oh no. Oh no. What's happening here? What's happening to it? There he is.
Tommy.
Daniel, what's happening to us?
Tommy.
All right, back just in time. Thank God. I'm not ready for a solo Tom episode again.
Oh man, that would have
I'm
been
not
great.
prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this. All right, let's get I'm gonna bring do you have I have it up. I'll bring it up.
I have it up. I restored everything. It was like you shut down incorrectly. I was like, I didn't shut down shit. You did it.
Yeah, don't blame me. Don't gaslight me into thinking I shut it down
Yeah, my
improperly.
MacBook definitely gaslighted me right here.
Where are you?
Yeah, so I got to pull it up. Do you need to go grab it?
Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Yeah, let me grab it real quick.
All right. Well, Tom's grabbing his beer here, and hopefully my MacBook stays intact. We are going to be doing Beer Me by Rebel Hill Brewing Company. It's an American pub ale inspired by the easy drinking traditional ales you'd find back in the day at drinking establishments. Built off of a base of 2-row and hopped subtly with Willamette and NZ Cascade. It's not pretentious or fancy. It's a beer that you should just get in your hand at all times. So we're looking at a crusher here.
Did you say it's hopped with Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe and NZ Cascade.
DJ NV Cascade.
You know him, mumble rapper.
Yeah. All right. Love the can art.
Yeah, can art's great on this one.
All right, let's get a good crack here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so this one was nice. It was kind of like an experiment on a blonde ale that like we kind of just came up with something that was part session, like old school session IPA, and then part light lager. It has a nice little malty backbone to it.
Little malty butt bone.
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring this up earlier because I see Andrew in the chat here. Yeah, he definitely had the beer earlier. He's also the guy who hooked us up with Little Nader. So cheers, Andrew.
Cheers, Andrew. All right, Daniel.
Yep.
Nice little
cheers, buddy.
Good, crisp, good clarity to it too.
Yeah, it's it's unfiltered, so it's just your standard ale, but man, nice rocky head on this bad boy. So
Yeah,
Let's
Daniel,
go. Cheers.
Santa. Very
Oh, yeah.
floral on the nose.
Oh, definitely. And you get a lot of like the hop forward, and it has like almost like a straw, like malty finish on it.
Yeah.
Little peppery bitterness.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me. It's like it's super floral.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of like a daisy cutter. Or what was the Ithaca did did Ithaca do daisy cutter?
No, it
No.
wasn't Ithaca. Single cut. Was it single cut? Who did Daisy Cutter? It was.
Ithaca did a beer that was brewed with like dandelions.
Oh
Half
yeah,
acre, you're right.
Half Acre. Okay, yeah.
Uh, what was that one? Flower Power, that's what it was. Ithaca Brewing Flower
Okay.
Power. Yeah, back in the day. Um Reminds me of something like that, like super earthy, like very like even floral on like the flavor, like right up front, very floral.
Yeah, yeah. It's very just like melts into a nice little malt finish to it, but it's like almost like a peppery bitterness to it too,
Hmm.
like floral and peppery, almost like that old school hop bitterness. It's nice because at 4.2%, you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. If you're like more of a crispy drinker, it's got that. It's got elements of the crisp. It's got elements of like hop characteristics too for the hop heads.
Yeah.
Just a well rounded.
Um, yeah, this was there's something like it has like a very like perfumey scent, like right on like as you bring the glass up.
Yeah, I get a little bit of the malt on the nose. More
I,
just
I'm getting like a perfumey, like almost like rose kind of scent to it.
there's a sweetness on the malt, so yeah, almost like has this like perfume. Yeah, I can see there's like a little bit of sweetness there.
Cross keys for the edge on Summer Crushers. Cross keys is a good one.
Yeah, I'd say Krosky's. We've got a pilsner coming out this week that's gonna it's gonna dazzle.
A little forgotten boardwalk hall.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. I guess last day's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Forgot Boardwalk in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's a
Yeah.
bummer.
Yeah. I know what was the Dylan did a picture of something. I said I'm glad they're closing.
Oh yeah,
Some
didn't
of
they have
some
like
yeah, some
some
offensive.
crazy adjunct Firkins or something? Was that the place
Yeah.
where he had all the Firkins listed on it?
Yeah. They had like a bunch of like that's what their thing is like they do like these like cheesecake beers or whatever they are, like weird flavored, super like adjuncty beers.
Called like Ian Malcolm beers. Like
Cool Ranch Dorito, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Cool Ranch Dorito beer. Something that never needed to exist ever. I'm glad they're closing. I'll
You
say
brewers
said it once, I'll say it again.
you brewers were so preoccupied wondering if you could, you never stopped to think you should.
Um, uh, might be lingering down St. Patty's Day weekend for New Jersey friends.
Ooh, convince here. Oh, Phoenixville. I mean, I always recommend Phoenixville, but
Phoenixville's
I'm
a good
biased.
stay. Dan, we
Yes,
had
Tom.
something that was a little bit not a little bit. I would say it's a big part of the podcast. I mean, it's in our intro.
I mean, it's historic. I would say it's podcast canon, man.
Yeah, it's on the soundboard.
It's podcast canon. There it is.
Our buddy, the legend, Pete Weber, announced his
Pete
retirement earlier this year. He's going to be retiring from the PBA. He's going to be moving on to the senior tour. Maybe the goat, maybe the bowling goat.
I feel like he was already like a foot in the door in retirement in that video because I mean he's looking old in that video, man.
When I saw the announcement that he was retiring, I was like, no way.
I
But
thought
I mean, it's bowling. You can like the senior tour has to look like the dried out worm from SpongeBob. Like
Oh yeah. What?
chocolate.
What?
Yeah. So Pete Weber,
Ah, Pete.
37 PBA Tour titles, fourth all time, 10 major champions, tied for second all time.
I mean,
44
he's the big Ern McCracken of PBA.
He really is. He took PBA and he brought like that like swagger, like that big personality to it.
Yeah.
Just the like dorkiest looking dude, but like he is so I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. Like he's got just a swagger about him.
He is.
Real leather tongue gentleman.
Yeah, real leather tongue gentleman right there. I mean, he is. He's got the little string on his sunglasses so they don't fall off his neck. He's got the cell phone clip on his belt. I mean, Tom, I'm pretty sure he's got a Leatherman. Pretty sure he's a man that has a Leatherman.
He 100% has a Leatherman. So he's today,
a man's man.
Today, the PBA bids farewell to one of the game's greatest and most iconic players. He will continue to bowl on the PBA 50 tour, which that's like the senior tour for bowling. But I mean,
he was well beyond 50 in that video that we saw of him screaming.
And I don't know, like he might not be the GOAT. I mean, I guess there's debates about who. He's 61 years old.
He's only 61. How old was he in that video? He looked 61.
Yeah. He joined the tour at age 17.
Man,
he won Rookie of the Year.
Weber's been in the game.
Yeah. He racked up 10 titles by 24.
How do you think he did, like, you know, post game? You think he was heading out to the bowling alley bar and just
I guarantee it was bigger McCracken. He was bigger than McCracken.
What's the bowling equivalent to like lot lizards for truckers? Are they like alley cats, you think?
Yeah, it has to
call them alley cats?
Something. I think they're they're alligators, Dan. Alligators.
Alligator. You think he was just pulling in alligators?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, just with those $8 pictures of High Life.
Watch the movie Kingpin. One of the top 10 comedy of all time.
Top 10 comedy of all time.
Bigger than McCracken. He's bigger than McCracken.
Yeah, Pete Weber is bigger than McCracken there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's just he might not be the greatest, but he is definitely the most iconic. I mean, you got
in terms of this podcast, he's the greatest bowler of all time because one, Tom, I don't know any other bowlers.
It's true.
And two, I mean, iconic. Who do you think you are? I am.
I mean, just this clip alone.
He's not 60 right here.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
Hit him with a suck it.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are?
There it is.
He's not 60 right there.
He hasn't. I don't think he's aged in the last. Look at that.
That's the face of determination right there.
You look at that and you say it's a bad day to be some pins.
Damn.
God
damn. Those are those panty dropper glasses he's got on. You see that alligator behind his shoulder right there, just gazing at him.
God damn. This is, you look at this picture and you know it just says alpha male.
Yeah.
Like this guy is an apex predator.
He is an apex predator. he's just raking it in.
This guy, like, this is like, you see this and you're like, it's a bad day to be a Bud Heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There it is. One more time.
He ain't got shit on Roy Munson, but you know, as Chris says.
Yeah. He's got one extra hand on Roy Munson though.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And
So just ice cold, ice in his veins.
That is right. I did it. That's number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right.
Right to the crowd.
Think you are, I am.
His first reaction's the best.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, hits him with a suck it. He goes right to the crowd. That's a showman. You gotta have that in your sport. You have to have somebody like that, like
Would
a
you say
very
Pete? Yeah.
a very divisive person.
Would you say that Pete Weber is like the Dwayne the Rock Johnson of bowling? Just a total showman.
Hmm,
Are we gonna see Pete Weber enter the Dwayne Johnson cinematic phase where he just starts appearing in movies?
hold on. Oh, why is that happening?
I was gonna say, did you lose me?
No, it's just I gotta present this. So I gotta show you his before we sign off here. I
Yeah.
gotta show you his retirement quote. The iciest quote.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
This dude, like, he went out just a kang. He went out guns a blazing. Let me see. Let me bring this up here. Boom. All right, here we go. Look at this guy.
Hate me or love me.
Yeah.
You wait. Are you gonna say it too?
Ones I had, hate me or love me. You watched. That's all you could do. Thank you.
What?
Ice in his damn veins. Hate me or love me. You watched. That's all you could do.
Ooh.
God damn.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Pete Weber. Send you off, buddy. It's what an illustrious career. Have fun on the senior tour.
Oh man. Cheers. Cheers to Pete.
Yeah, cheers to Pete. He just seems like a guy who would just sling back some Bud Heavies, smoke a couple darts.
Yeah, smoke some darts.
Yeah, a couple darts in between rounds.
He's
he'd be
out
like-
there asking the crowd for a dart too.
Yeah,
In between
in between games, in between matches. You know, he's standing outside, leaning up against the wall, hitting a dart. Just he's that picture of, you ever see the picture of Ben Affleck where he's just like,
yeah.
that's him, like outside, like
He's got an alligator on his arm.
yeah.
He's like, he's got a few more rounds here. What do they call? They don't call them rounds. What do they call it in bowling?
Matches.
No,
Oh, frames.
frames. Got a few more
Yeah.
frames, and then we're out of here, Connie.
Hey, you said you was going to take me on your bus.
I meant it, Connie. Connie just seems like an alligator name.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
Yeah, Connie's a great one.
There's definitely a Connie.
Dan, before we wrap this thing up, I had I was going to put this out to the chat earlier today, so we had some ideas, but I didn't know really how to position it.
Okay.
So you brought up we were talking about where you worked in college, and so this weekend
Okay.
I ordered some Papa John's pizza,
Oh damn. Where's the closest Papa John's from us?
Pottstown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
there's
I don't
one-
think I
there's
have.
one-
I don't have one in my area.
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
know where any other ones are besides that. There's one over by the Walmart.
Oh yes.
Nothing
says Walmart. Well, actually, no. I mean, Subway is really Walmart,
Yeah,
but
Subway is
John's-
Walmart now.
Papa John should be in every strip mall that is adjacent to a Walmart.
Yeah, you walk into Walmart and you get hit with that pungent Subway bread smell.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
It's right at the entrance.
So I didn't want like, I wasn't in the mood for Papa John's pizza because let's be honest, Papa John's pizza is dog food.
Yeah, it's not. It's
It's
the
bad
best.
pizza. I was in the mood, Daniel,
Go ahead.
for garlic butter sauce.
Yeah, their garlic butter sauce is goated. The garlic butter sauce is the same garlic butter sauce on their breadsticks. So if you order their
Yeah.
breadsticks, it's painted on with a brush.
So, oh, I ordered multiple, like a lot of garlic butter sauce.
Yeah.
I was just in the mood for that. I wasn't in the mood. Their pizza's not good. It's
Their
never
pizza is
been
what it is. It's
dog
just
food.
yeah.
But that being said, I was thinking like what other foods, what's out there that is gets propped up by like a secondary item. Like the garlic butter sauce it's a secondary item. It's just like it's a throw-in item. They throw it in the box.
Yeah, but it propels that food to
Yeah,
another level.
it props it up. It sends it to another level. Like I was like, you know what? I would it's been over a decade since I had Papa John's.
Yeah.
And for some reason I just got that, like maybe I'm pregnant. I don't know. I just got that like craving and I was like, I want garlic butter sauce.
Ooh,
And I want to
yeah.
dip pizza in garlic butter sauce. I want to
It's so
bathe
good.
in garlic butter sauce.
Yeah. What is ooh, I got one.
Okay.
Cheddar Bay biscuits and Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Red
Okay.
Lobster
Yeah.
Red Lobster's just like, a pretty commercialized seafood place.
It's
But
dog
add
food
cheddar
as far as like seafood
Yeah.
goes.
But Cheddar Bay biscuits.
You're going there and you're like, I want Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah.
What?
Place in Northeast Philly doing a crab rangoon pizza. Oof, I don't know about that.
Oh, Dan. Speaking of crab rangoon, have you seen Totino's is doing crab rangoon Totino's?
Like frozen ones.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In Totino.
No, thank you. But
Yeah.
A for effort.
I'm curious.
A for effort, but no thank you.
Crab rangoon's so hit or miss. Like I've had good crab rangoon where it's like everything's really good. Like the ratio is
Yeah.
great. The Chinese place by me, I ordered crab rangoon and it's just a fried cream cheese. That's all it is. There's no crab in there.
Yeah,
It's-
it's just cream
disgusting.
cheese. It's fried. Yeah, I'm not a fan of crab rangoon.
No,
I'm
I mean,
not.
I've
I
had
don't-
good crab rangoon where it was like there's chunks of crab and like they do have cream cheese, which I'm not a huge fan of cream cheese. We all know Dan's ick with white substances.
Yeah, white condiments, man.
We're gonna figure out where this all boiled from one day, Dan. We're gonna bring it up. You keep
don't know.
jamming it down there. We're
Just
gonna
pull
bring
it
it
at
up.
me one day.
Yeah. Dan's just gonna start crying on the podcast one day.
At 3 years old, he almost drowned in a vat of ranch. I fell in a bucket of ranch and almost drowned.
Well, if you've seen pictures of young Dan, it's not far off.
Oh man, a lot of leather tongue talk in the chat.
Anyone ever have pizza bowlies? I haven't had them. I've heard that phrase before, pizza bowlie.
Yeah, I've never had one, but I've heard things. I heard things.
So that's a good one though, Dan. The Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Cheddar Bay biscuits and Red Lobster, I would say.
Yeah.
It's almost, I was trying to think of like other places that have bread that like tops it. Because I feel
Olive
like
Garden?
sometimes but even the breadsticks aren't that good.
Yes, but I mean the salad and breadsticks at Olive Garden, I'm going there for that over the pasta.
I mean, there are some good. Don't get the specialty items or any of the hoity-toity stuff. Their classic family style lasagna is just fucking kicks ass, dude.
Texas Roadhouse raspberry butter. I mean, we got back-to-back Texas Roadhouse cinnamon.
yeah,
butter. Raspberry butter. What the fuck is raspberry?
Yeah,
butter?
I thought it was a sweet like cinnamon butter.
butter.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chris
Texas.
White
Yeah,
on the
there's
nose.
another one.
Yeah, you're filling up. You're filling up on rolls and cinnamon butter because the
Yeah.
rolls are goated there too.
Yeah, and like I mean, the steak's okay, but like all you think
Cheesecake
about
Factory,
is,
Cheesecake Factory, and the same thing with
but it's not what you're going there for. Cheesecake Factory is you're going there for a Bible of a menu where you can get pretty
yeah.
much whatever you want.
Well,
It's not
I've-
it's not at the level of like you're going there for like the garlic butter sauce.
yeah. I had a coworker once that told me, he was like, you got to get the wings from Cheesecake Factory. They're goated. Or no, I'm wrong. He said it wasn't that. He
Certain
said
wings.
no. Dude, this guy had all kinds of L food takes. It was the wings from Outback were goated, and he said the Caesar salad from Cheesecake Factory was goated. And was like, they were misses,
Oh, I bet.
big misses. Um the bread at Outback is great. It's slept on, I think. Um Outback. Do you go Bloomin' Onion?
Ooh,
Or
yeah.
you, because
uh,
Outback's decent. Like, if you like order a steak there, it's not bad.
I would say yeah. I mean I know people who are like foodies who go like, "Hey, I just wanted a good steak
Mhm.
and didn't want to pay too much." And they just go to Outback for it. They
Yes,
just
I mean, it's
they do
fine.
Outback, they get they're like it's always a good cut.
Yeah,
It's like it's consistent,
yeah.
solid.
You know what, they used to have they don't do it anymore, but they used to do a lobster mushroom sauce that was ridiculous.
They're mushrooms that you get with the steak. Like if you get the
The
mushrooms on
little
top of
button
the steak.
mushrooms.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Um, Jesus, Dylan.
Dylan
Dylan's
will
a
not let Cheesecake Factory go.
no pasta Napolitana.
Napolitana.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not a big Cheesecake Factory guy.
Neither am I. That
It was
has to be
2,500 calories.
that has to be like a Northeast Philly thing. Is that like the only shining light out there? That'd be like, I'm taking you somewhere special. We're going to Cheesecake Factory.
as a Delco representative, I can speak to this as a distant cousin of the Northeast Phillian. Cheesecake Factory was one of those things that was like that was a fancy dinner.
Okay.
That was like an Easter. We're going to Easter dinner. We're going to Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
It's a fancy night out. That was a fancy night out. Outback was a fancy night out. Bennigan's was a
I've
fancy
done
night
a
out.
I've done a Bennigan's. I've done Bennigan's.
Bennigan's was a fancy night out. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other things, like what other restaurants are propped up by a secondary item.
Ooh, that's a good question.
The Cheddar Bay biscuits one were great. Have you done the store bought Cheddar Bay biscuits, like the box, and made
Like
them
to make your
yourself?
own.
Yeah,
I've wanted to. Tom,
Daniel,
are they good?
better, better,
Better.
because you can bake them to your doneness level.
Okay. I thought you meant like better because you put your
Oh, and I
blood, sweat, and tears into it. Your love
well,
into
it's
it.
that. Well,
Put
it's
your
that, and
you
I
put your love into those biscuits.
yeah, and they recommend like a quarter cup of cheese, and I'm like, how about a fucking cup, bro?
Yeah, quarter cup.
Yeah, quarter cup my ass.
You could quarter cup these nuts.
And Daniel?
Hey, like that one.
Yeah. No, I like it because I like when you get them at Red Lobster, I feel like they come out too soft.
Yeah, they're just getting them out. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep them in when you make them at home.
You want them
you
to
can make
brown a
them,
little bit at the top.
yeah, you get a nice crisp on the outer shell and then
Oh,
soft on
yeah.
the inside. Oh, it's like a Cheddar Bay churro. Oh,
Yeah. You want Paul Hollywood to cream in his jeans when he looks at your Cheddar Bay biscuits.
yeah. I have a box of Cheddar Bay biscuits up in my cabinet right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's and here's the thing. You got to shred your own cheese. You got to shred your own cheese for those.
Tom, you get that guest bedroom ready right now. I'm coming over.
Oh, come on, baby. Come on,
Cheddar
let's
Bay,
go.
Cheddar Bay
Dan,
night.
we can have a cheddar bay. Don't tempt me with. So, I saw a video while we're being fat. I saw a video um where they said go out, get cheddar bay biscuits,
Okay.
and then go to Chick-fil-A and get a Chick-fil-A sandwich and put it on a cheddar bay biscuit.
Oh man,
Replace
that's a
the shitty Chick-fil-A buns with a cheddar bay biscuit.
Tom. That was a piece of chicken that was meant to be on Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah. I forgot about it until right now. I need to do it. It's got to
Well,
happen.
Tom, I feel like with the mix, we can adequately make a large enough biscuit for
Yeah.
that chicken breast for that little piece.
Oh yeah.
Larger piece of chicken.
Yeah.
Like just get the larger like or the larger baking pans,
Hmm.
and you can make like a full like sandwich size.
Yeah. Yeah. A bun fit for a king.
Tom, we've got a half hour of Chick-fil-A being open. I can grab a couple sandwiches. Can you preheat the oven?
Beeline it,
And
yeah. I'll
Yeah.
preheat the oven. Yeah.
get that oven preheated and get that mix going. I'm bringing the chicken dog. Let's do it.
I love it. I love this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make sweet love to these sandwiches.
We're a bunch of Cheddar Bay fatties over here.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Let's go into we're not doing extra innings tonight. We're gonna try something different.
A little office talk. I'm gonna turn on my light because my ring light's starting to die.
That's fine. Your makeup light.
Yeah,
Been doing too many makeup tutorials.
It's so dark over here right now. I'm scared.
I'm scared. Usually we do the after extra innings. But yeah, we're gonna do office hours, where we are going to take extra innings, and we're going to use that as time to spitball ideas for the podcast, because
Ideas for the podcast. We're gonna crowdsource some ideas for the podcast.
Dan and I are working men, and we don't have a ton of time to dedicate to spitballing ideas at each other all day, every day. And that's why I should donate to the podcast. I mean, help us not work more. Really, at the end of the day, yeah, help us be more fun. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to do office hours. We're going to talk some shop, chat, hang around, because we will need your help. And yeah, so stick around for that, guys. Outside of that, Dan, you have anything to plug?
Nothing. I mean, we've got plenty coming up here, guys, for the next couple episodes. So stay tuned for that. No definitive drop dates yet on it, but we're doing a couple collaboration podcasts coming up here in the near future. So be on the lookout for those. Getting out of our craft beer wheelhouse and hanging out with some comedians. We're going to be doing some other ventures, but dude, this weekend we're going to Human Robot.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked on that. I'm stoked on brewery trips, and we've got one coming up this weekend. So
we might not be live next week.
Yeah, it could potentially, but we don't have any definitive dates on this collaboration, but we'll be talking about it. So things might be looking a little different, might be a lot more fun. Just look out for some new stuff coming, man. Some new stuff, slick stuff, cool stuff,
neat stuff.
Yeah.
And do you have anything for your band?
No, yeah, we don't have the details hashed out yet, but we're still working on a date in May that we're going to be playing at Workhorse. So just guys, if you want to follow at Grayson_PA on Instagram, we'll have some more information as it goes. If you're into that punk rock music.
Yeah. And yeah, if you're a brewery and you need to put a 401k in place, hit me up. I can help you out with that. It's what I do. It's my side hustle.
Hey, Edward Teach messaged us about a 401k.
Mm.
Wanted to see if you can
I could
get
I
down
could.
there. If you're into chairs being thrown at you during the meeting, they're your clients, man. That's the
Yeah.
client you want.
I do have a brewery in the works, so
Ooh.
yeah, helping another brewery out. But
There
yeah,
you
hit us up on hit up our Instagram, slide into our DMs, and I will I'll do what I can. But yeah, that does it. This has been Best Friends Podcast episode 202.
We out.
See, I didn't even realize we didn't bring it up. POD's going on tour. Put it in the chat. POD's coming to Reading May 17th. I mean, if we want to do a proper brewery chat get together, was that that was the fastest pistol I've ever seen, Dad?
Oh no, I was trying to turn on the lights a little bit, but
Oh.
they're still a little dark. You gotta turn them back on again.
May 17th, Dan. Oh, he's gone again. May 17th, Daniel.
May 17th.
POD, Reading, Pennsylvania.
Saw that.
If we're gonna,
I thought we couldn't leave the podcast without POD dropping. I was like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna do another like chat hang,
Yeah.
where better? I'm hoping it's at Reverb. To be honest, it's probably going to end up being at Santander.
It's definitely Santander.
But yeah, I mean, we could do a little chat get together, a little tailgate action for POD.
Tailgate a POD show.
It's not even. It's not a terrible lineup. It's what was it? We Were Wolves,
Bad
Wolves, and Norma Jean. I can't believe Norma Jean is like opening up for them.
I'm surprised Norma Jean's still a band. I thought maybe they kicked out the singer and they got a new singer because their singer went crazy over the pandemic. Was like he was one of those early scandemic people, like right off the bat, and like man, he was throwing up some crazy shit on like line, and then the band was like, yeah, we're not really into this whatever you're doing.
But yeah, I mean that's right down. It's our neighborhood. We could hit
It's
up
in our backyard.
Yeah, we could all meet up at like Sly Fox or Beer Wall.
Yeah, we got Sly Fox, we got Beer Wall, Oak Brook is up there.
Yeah. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Live events.
Yeah. Live events.
I know. I love that chat right there.
We don't even have to sell. I know Dylan is like, he's good to go. He's G2G.
He already has a ticket.
Yeah. It's more so convincing like Andy and Matt and maybe Justin to drive all the way out here. But yeah, maybe something to keep in the chat.
Something to keep in the chat.
But we digress. We are in office hours. No.
Office hours. This is where I become Dwight Schrute, and I'm just like, false.
You can't hear it. Yeah.
You have the sound? You got it?
Bringing it full circle. Broken Chair is there. Throne Chair Brewing. Yeah. So we're ending office hour.
Ooh. Title song still hits better than anything else. Office hours.
Office hours. it's really all that Comedy Central is good for anymore is um
The
when
Office
you
and
turn on
Seinfeld.
yeah, when you turn on Comedy Central, you know it's going to either be Office or Seinfeld. And both
Yeah.
of those shows you can throw on
Background
regardless
shows.
of the episode, and it's going to be great. Unless it's Scott's Tots. And then
Ooh,
you
yeah,
turn it
that,
off
that really
immediately.
brings down the vibe.
Yeah, Scott's Tots is a tough one. Um So office hours, we're gonna be spitballing ideas. Wow, man, lost a lot of people right there. Um,
That was a drop.
yeah,
Everyone just came in office hours. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
yeah,
So yeah, we want to talk about like what breweries we need to have on, ideas for episodes coming up. Uh, yeah, we got some things to spitball.
yeah, we thought we'd bring it to the live group to kind of ask you those questions and stuff too. Like, if you want to throw it in the chat, ideas for like episode topics that you'd like to see us go over, and just completely poke fun at, or just breweries that you want us to have on to interview the brewers and also poke fun at.
Yeah, I started a list. Did I share this with you, Dan?
The list of breweries. I think so.
Yeah, did I target? I'm going through my my notes here.
The best is you're going through your notes and your like glasses are hanging down to your nose, like a parent, and you're just
Yeah.
like, just let me just
Hmm,
pull up these notes I put in my
yeah.
smartphone.
Maybe I didn't put this. Did I not put this together, or did I delete it? Did I delete it by accident? I have podcast topics. Nope, I do not have. Yeah, it's gone.
Well, Tom, bringing it back into the chat. Breweries that you want to see us have on the podcast. I honestly was thinking about ones that I want to have back on now that the podcast has aged a little bit. We had a lot of brewers on early, and I feel like coming back around to talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
having some return friends of the podcast.
Yeah. Let me. Where? Let me. Sorry, I gotta invite a collaborator here. Collaborate, Dan Herb. There we go.
Put my whole name
Um,
out there.
yeah. Wow. Yeah, Doc Steele. Um, there was a couple. So, first one that comes to mind, Brothers Kirshner.
Oh yeah, that was one we talked about.
But Kevin was all about that, and I was chatting with him. I was texting with him, and what
You're
was
like,
the
hey, how's your 401k, by the way?
yeah. Um, yeah, he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, brother, looping back with you." And I said, "Hey, it's a little hectic. Can I text you tomorrow for sure?" And I texted him tomorrow. I said, "See if you wanted to get something on the calendar." Nothing. And then 2 weeks later, I circled back, Dan.
You did the corporate
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah, I circled
Nice.
back. But they,
I
they
think
seem-
I think that would be a good one to have back on as like a, hey, how's it been since the last time we had you on? Because I mean they have not changed in terms of like the beers that they produce,
Mhm.
the styles of beers. Like they are still very traditional and still making great beer. Like they didn't fall into any of the like the height or the I guess the marketing and like I don't know, shifts in craft beer popularity, the trends. Like
That's fair.
they never fell into like those trends.
No.
And it would be awesome to come back to and just be like, yeah, because they are still very popular. How are they staying so popular with these beers? Like, it'd be fun to hear about that.
I think it's a mixture of that and their brewery locations. That Brandywine location was really good for them.
Yeah, the outdoor location for it's still like brewing up at Skipback and like taking it down there is like
Mhm.
That's it. It's such a cool little like outing down there. But yeah, even Skippack's probably like a pretty good town to have that style of beer.
Yeah.
There's an older crowd out there.
Dan, hear me out on this one. Trouble's End.
Got it. Ooh, Trouble's End would be a good one. Yeah, I would say Trouble's End would be awesome to hear that brewer's like story about how he got there, especially coming from like Forest and Maine.
Ate there last weekend, not this previous weekend, the weekend before. Went there. The beer list is fantastic.
Oh, of course.
The beers were good. I brought home, they have a bottle list
Yeah.
there. Brought home a nice little bottle. Another episode. Gonna have to bring Dan in the friend zone to have a little funk session.
Ooh, love me a funk session.
We'll jam on some funk.
Yeah, and dude, they do such an incredible Oktoberfest every year too. They do a smoked Marzen every year, and it always falls around like I do like a charity bike ride that starts and ends at Trouble's End every year,
Ooh.
and it's always around that time. And I do like a smoked Marzen in a mug on the side pool. Ooh, delicious.
So I went there. I saw an Instagram post. Somebody was like promoting their location, and they had the chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich, fantastic there. The fried chicken sandwich. They had it Twin Dad style, which is dunked in hot sauce. They have like add jalapenos to it.
Ooh, okay.
On paper, great. Wouldn't recommend.
Okay.
Well, so go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm a creature of habit there. I get the Trouble Double smash burger all the time on there.
All right.
And the sauce that they make with it is epic. But they also have a great French onion soup as well.
Okay. So if you like a saucy like hot chicken, like if you like your buffalo wings like saucy, not for me. I don't like a saucy wing. Like I like the sauce to be baked on.
Well, I like it twice. I like baked on and then reapplied too. So it's saucy and baked on.
Yeah, no, I'm not for that. I don't like the sauce.
I like sauce applied, baked, and then sauced again.
Wow, Dan, you're double trouble there.
Ooh.
I don't like saucy.
Okay.
I don't, and it was very like very saucy, and it like the bottom bun just disintegrated.
Oh.
Yeah. But overall, very good. It's still very good.
Yeah, that Chef Chris, he came from some place down in like Old City, like Rittenhouse Square. Like he's like an award-winning chef there.
I mean, the food's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Football season, they every Sunday they do a cheesesteak flight.
I need to get over there for one of those.
The cheesesteak flights look awesome.
Yeah. I tried to order it the one time I was there, and they were like, that's only for Sundays. And it's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that only for Sundays? Like, I don't want to come out here to watch a football game, but let me get my cheesesteak flight.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's definitely like a pregame place before you go watch games. Like I would go there. Yeah, if they open at 11 on Sunday, I'm there for a cheesesteak flight, and then I'm going home and watching the game.
But that's such a good gimmick, though. Like to have that even just do it Saturday and Sunday, like cheesesteak flights. Nobody's doing cheesesteak flights.
Dude, they put it on their billboards on the highway, cheesesteak flights and stuff. It's crazy. Dylan, collabs. Bringing back collabs. That's in terms of things we want to see on the podcast, man. I miss doing beer.
I thought about that. It was a shower thought today. I was in the shower and I was like, man, like where our podcast was, like episode 100 was like, we like planned it out. We're like, we're doing this live. We had a collab based around it.
Yeah.
And now like episode 200 came around. We were like, snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I mean, I literally went out during a blizzard to do our last collab that never happened.
Yeah.
I drove out in a snowstorm to brew that beer.
Yeah.
at like 5 o'clock in the morning. In like
Yeah, that's
8
that
inches of snow, man. Like yeah, full on blizzard. And I'm out there just like, yeah, I'll brew a beer, hang out.
um yeah, I mean, there was that Rebel Hill collab that was supposed to happen that never came to fruition.
We can talk to him.
Yeah.
We'll talk to
Um
Dougie Fresh.
old Ducky Fresh. Um it has been a while since we've had Ryan on. Old Farkas.
Yeah, give Farkas some breathing room.
Um
Don't want to stand too hard, you know.
no.
We don't want to inflate his ego with how much we like his beer, you know. We
Yeah.
have to keep him in check. Also, we have to go on and see, make sure his 401k is still doing well.
Yeah, he hits me up about that every once in a while. Wishful thinking.
Ah,
The old,
yes.
the old Brez.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of notes. He's about to open up soon. So
Yeah.
Brewers and PA is frothing at their heels, like, oh dog,
Yeah.
let's talk about it.
Frothing at their heels, huh?
Yeah, just like just
He's the-
drooling at their feet. Like, oh come on, Doug, tell us about your brewery.
They're
Do you have a side pull? How many side pulls do you have? I love a side pull. Let me
Yeah.
side pull it.
weren't they like against side pools for a little bit?
No, they've literally been humping side pulls since like they came out.
Have they? I thought there were, for some reason I remember them being like,
No, they've
no.
always been just obsessed with them.
Hmm.
I mean, side pulls are great. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But you don't leave your family over a side pull, and it sounds like that's what they do.
Yeah. What who else do we want to do we need to we talked about Anti-Fragile.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Penn State brewery that's out there.
Yes. Yeah. Do you guys remember Jordan Jordan? Yeah, Jordan was the
Lancaster
head
Brewing, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be better than that would have to be Jordan Bowser, right?
Yeah,
He still likes our stuff all the time.
yeah, great dude. Nice guy.
Yeah, we could. That's a great idea, Chris.
Like Chris White coming up with these ideas.
Yeah, because I mean the last dude we had on from.
I thought he was full of good information.
Yeah, he was just
Definitely a beer nerd.
yes, he was just drier than a leather tongue. Beer group trip to Buffalo.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yes. Talk about leaving your families behind for beer.
Never leave Buffalo.
Yeah. Who else is there? Try and think like who else is out there. It's like, outside of like Trogs, obviously. We've been trying for that one for a while.
I think we should still try for Trogs. I mean, we stand for them all the time. We enjoyed Little Nader tonight. I mean, we always have our Nugget Nectar episode.
Yeah. You got the dang shirt on.
I do. I wore the shirt of the band that we were going to drink tonight.
Yeah. Who was I just thinking of? Damn it. Do we reach out to like Hidden River?
Yeah,
Trying to have
we
Hidden
could
River on.
Talk to them. I mean, we could even like check out across the Delaware. We do have some friends who have recently collabed with Tonewood who could probably drop us a line on a contact there.
Wait, who just collabed with Tonewood?
Love City just collabed with Tonewood. So yeah, maybe hit up we can hit up Hannah and see if we can get a connect over at Tonewood, because I mean we speak so highly of them. Get out of our Pennsylvania bubble and get some more Jersey in there.
Yeah.
I think we should also maybe hit up some contacts in Delaware. I mean, we've got Dewey's down there, and that's not too impossible to get their beer.
No. I mean, I don't know too much about the Hidden River guys.
Yeah, it's Kevin now. It used to be Kevin and Doug, but they split a couple years ago. But yeah, Kevin is current at Hidden River. The whole Hidden River team seems to be pretty cool.
Let's see, we have Dewey, Tonewood. I mean, we could bring Hannah back on from what you call it?
Love City.
Love
Yeah.
City, yeah.
It would be great to talk to the other people from Love City too. I mean, they do some great beers. I mean, she just brewed a Dirt Munder, which is pretty awesome. I'd like to get my hands on that if I'm in the city, but that's going to be a little while away.
She's still even talking to us.
And we got Love Drafts right there in Mechanicsburg for 2020 Hard 4. Yeah, they do some crazy.
It's all about
shows.
acquiring the beers though too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got to figure it out, logistics for it.
Yeah.
That's why I said Tonewood would be good because of the wide distribution footprint.
Yeah. And even like Tonewood, like I can go stop at they're near my office, so I can stop by there. It's not like out of the way. Shit, what was the one? There was a new one in out by it was one that Hayes Boys put up. They had like a beer drop. Let me look them up.
Salt and Oak. Well, they had Tin Barn. They talked about that before.
No, there's one that's like 5 minutes from my my far office. I'll find it on his page. Hasn't been too long since he said this. They did a brewery opening and there was like people actually like lined up for it. Where the fuck is it? Man, he posts a lot. We should reach out to him and like see if like we could do something like Salt and Oak.
Salt and Oak would be hilarious.
If there's like some kind of like some way to do like a Salt and Oak one.
That would be pretty gnarly. That would having an AI generated brewery on would be the ultimate troll.
The fact that they had they collabed with Vitamin C is insane.
That's Salt and Oak.
Yeah. Township brewery. Bakes Brewing Company.
Okay.
In Belmar, New Jersey. They just opened not too long ago. Anti-Fragile could be easy to get on with the upcoming Beaver Stadium Beer Fest. Yeah, we talked to Ryan. Really talks them up a bunch. Love to have him on. Bonesaw.
That's Jersey, isn't it?
Jersey, yeah. It's over by Rowan College, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bonesaw. Man, I make mean omelets at the hospital here for $3.99.
Yeah. I mean, Yabru.
Oh,
definitely
Yabru, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be on the list. We have to go talk to Justin.
Yeah, I think Justin even requested.
Yeah, he wants to come on. I mean, we'll figure out logistics for that. That's something we have to go out and do. Like, I feel like we have to experience the in person.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that as a potential like little road trip.
Yeah.
That's
gonna be a road trip.
Yeah.
Gonna take a little bit more planning.
Yeah. I think we got a solid list here, Dan.
Oh yeah.
We need to get to work, hit the old Instagram DMs. You know?
Slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
we're gonna be sliding into Salt and Oaks right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta slide in there. Find out how we can logistically do that. How we does he have an AI generated owner brewer?
That would be
Um,
hilarious to talk to an AI generated brewer.
Yeah, I mean they can do it like they do it for YouTube. There's like AI YouTubers now.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he just has to figure out the technology. We have the technology, Dan.
We have it.
We have it. All right, you want to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, gonna wrap this up here.
Good office hours. We got some work accomplished.
We did it, guys.
Yeah, guys,
We'll circle back next week.
we're pretty good at circling back.
Yeah.
Chat, thank you guys for hanging around. I think this is our biggest after hours
Turnout in a
crew.
minute.
Yeah. Wow. So thank you guys for doing that. We will catch you maybe next week, maybe not. We'll pay attention to our Instagram, our newly bussin' Instagram.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that.
Yeah. We'll talk after, Dan. Newly bussin' Instagram. Check it out. We will let you know whether we will be live or whether we'll be audio only.
We shall see.
Yeah. So thanks again, guys. We will catch you next week. See you.
See you.